everyone, welcome one more week to the Coach Step Academy lap guide. I'm Manu Largo from Odox Motorsport, and today we're gonna do the lap guide here in Road America. We're gonna drive the BMW LMDH for the IMSA Racing Series week 11. Let's go and do a lap, so let's take a look. Okay, so here we are in one of the long straights here in Road America. It's a perfect track to compete and to fight. So let's take a look here at the tail lap. We are in the main straight, longest straight. For this first braking point, I'm using the second line of cones here on the left. We're gonna go from 7th gear to 4th gear, make the car really fast to the corner, make the car rotate, really low tire braking, and start with the throttle really soon. As you see here, we have to use all the extra part here on the left that Road America bring us. Okay, we're gonna reach the turn 2. Is a really important one because we have to have a really good exit speed to be able to overtake in the long straight. So for my braking point, I'm using between this one mark and the start of this yellow board here on the right. So really light brakes. Be very careful with this car because it can spin from the rear. So again, fast in the corner, we turn in really smoothly with the throttle because the car has a lot of power. Really a little bit of oversteer here we can use. Be careful with this part of sun here on the left because it's an off track and it's really easy to do it, so avoid that. And here's another long straight, the place where all the overtakes are happen, and it's the hardest braking zone. So for the brake zone, I'm gonna use between the 3 board and the 2 board. I'm gonna brake in the middle of both and be very careful with this sun here on the right because we have to place the car over the line to the right because it's space we can use. It's not an up track. So really careful to not go in too soon because you are gonna touch the sand and you're gonna spin. So we place the car in the right, 80% of brake, Again, you can see we are over the line to the right, so it's not an off track. Really smoothly try to brake in and start with the throttle again, really smooth and slow, and open the steering wheel to this extra part here on the right. We have to use it to gain the more speed for this. For me, the most complicated corner, because it's a change of surface, change of level on the ground. So for the braking zone, I'm gonna use the start of this red board here on the right, the radical one. And we are going to be very gentle here in this corner with the inputs that we make. We have to brake really smooth. You will see here, really smooth braking. The car now is low weight here on the overcrest. So we lift a little bit the brake and slowly turn it in, be very careful, and start with the throttle. Really smoothly. Again, it's really important to be smooth on this corner because the car is a lot of unstable because it's not in the ground. Okay, easy off track here again. This sun here on the right, easy off track to do there, so avoid that. Now it's a right-hander, is flat out, no problem. All the thing that you have to be very careful is to not touch the grass on the inside because it's gonna make your car to spin. Really careful. You can go over the curb with this car. No problem this corner. Keep the racing line. And careful here on the exit because there's a bump here that I'm gonna take, that you will see. And over the more to the left in this bump is another rough track here, really easy to do. Where you see the bump, but no problem with that corner, flat out. Okay, for this left-hander, the 2 board is my braking point. Another hard brakes. You see here 70-75%. And we're gonna have a late entry here in this corner and place the car, as you see here, the curb is going low to the left part, so that is where we have to place the car to help us a little bit more to rotate. You see here the car is gonna go low, you see, and that gives us a little bit more extra grip. Okay, the carousel here in Road America. There's no reference here for this car. It's a corner where you have to be between the middle part of the track and the right part of the track. It's like a 2 apex corner. It's really long, so we have to go flat out the first part of the corner, and when you feel the car is gonna go a little bit wide, you're gonna lift. We are not lift the throttle 100%. We keep a little bit of throttle to maintain the speed. And the most important thing is to find the second apex. As you see here is the curve, so we're gonna go flat out. The setup is made to rotate with the gas, so it's important to hit that curve because that is the perfect speed and the perfect racing line to that corner. Okay, no problem with the exit here. This right-hander for the GT3s is a little bit more tricky, but for this car with that aero that has this car is no problem, completely flat out. Keep the racing line. Turning in point is gonna be the 1 board, but it's no problem, flat out. Problem, we can go over the curve a little bit, but you have plenty of space here with this car on the left. I repeat with this car because with the GT3s and other cars you have to lift a little bit or be more careful with the steering wheel, but with this car it's flat out no problem. Okay, last sector. For this, another hard braking zone here. We're gonna have a look to the 3 board. I prefer to brake a little bit earlier, go to 7th to 3rd gear, As you see here, 80% of brake. Try braking right now, and as soon as we can, we go with the throttle. Be very careful again with the sun on the inside, because it's really easy to place the car there and to spin a little bit, and you're gonna lose time. So this corner where you have to find is the exit, and use all this extra part. You see here a little bit of oversteer, and again at the end of this extra curve, this black curve here, and this corner is another easy off track that with this car is not complicated to do, but it's not easy to do, sorry. But with other cars, the car, you have to use all this extra part, and it's really easy to do it. Okay, last two corners. The first left-hander is flat out. Only you have to follow the racing line, as you see here, the black zone. You can go over the curb, but in this lap I went a little bit over the curb, but it's a little bit higher and make the car a little bit of unstable, as you see there. And be very careful again. If you go really wide, make sure that you go totally wide. I mean, to place the car in the middle of the curb, because if you place half of the car on the outside and half of the car on the inside, there's a bump there where the car bottoms and maybe can break your car a little bit. So if you go wide, make sure to go the most wider that you can, and there's no bump in that zone. But I prefer to not touch it with this car. It's easy because it's flat out and with the aero. Okay, last corner. We have a look to this change of surface from this dark zone, the brighter zone for the dark zone. We're gonna brake here, and we're gonna brake straight. As you see here, we have to brake straight, but making the car to the exit to the left part. As you see, we coming from the right part of the track, change of surface, we start braking, and we brake straight again, but placing the car in the left part of the track. And again, really careful with the inside with this grass, and we start with the throttle long before, as you see here, really smooth, because we can have oversteer here, really smooth. And when we go to the exit, flat out, and all the extra part of the curve on the left. And that's a lap here in Road America. Funny races here this week, you will see. A lot of participation as well. And let's find how races are coming here. Okay, so that's the lap here in Road America. Thanks for being here with us. We keep continuing to make these lap guides and more setup sessions in our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you find this useful, and if I can help you, well, it's okay. So see you next week, last week of the season. And see you this week in Road America, in IMSA, with these funny races in Road America. So take care, bye-bye, and see you on track.